Jason and Joe back here, continuing our discussion. We just kind of, we're talking about how people like to eat healthy, but really, eating healthy for most implies they're not eating enough.
Correct. I get heated on this because, and I know you get a little heated and passionate about this, right?
And it's hard to, I mean, with this all being said, what you're about to say, my thought and what I've learned is it's hard to convince people that want to lose weight that they're not eating enough.
100%. All right. 70% of Strength Aid clients who've come into our NutriBuild program are under eating. 7 out of every 10 people are under eating.
I'm surprised. I would have, if you would have said pick a number, I would have said 9 out of 10.
Yeah. Well,
7,
I mean,
you're getting educated people, and it makes sense because you're putting out a great product.
Right.
You know, they're not just going to GNC buying the cheapest tub of protein.
Exactly. And what are you getting? What is the most under-eaten macronutrient?
Protein.
100%. Everybody who comes in, and if you... So I'm going to give this example. I have a client who came. He is he's a special forces. So anything that happens here in the state of New York or New Jersey, him and his team are typically the first guys on the scene.
Wow.
All right? But, you know, sometimes he's at a desk and sometimes he's running around, right? And so food is not something that he's necessarily paying attention to all the time, right? So he came to me. He wants to lose 60 pounds. He's now in his 6th week with me. He's down 12 pounds, so like a perfect 2 pounds.
Don't tell me anymore. He's not telling me this. I guarantee you have him eating substantially more.
Correct. Guess he weighs 290 pounds. Guess where he started eating, calorie-wise?
He was probably at about 12 to 1,400.
Close. 1,600 calories.
1,600. Okay. More than... Yeah.
Right.
So he was eating 1,600 calories, weighing nearly 300 pounds.
Correct.
And what'd you put him at?
2,800.
So you nearly doubled his caloric intake, and he's down 13 pounds. Is that what you said?
12 pounds in 2 weeks.
12 pounds. Eating more.
Right. But the more impressive part is that the scale doesn't tell the entire story, right?
He's putting on muscle because you're giving him strength lead, obviously.
Right, literally. So he's taking protein, right? Which is helping because he is on the road, he's running around, and people are like, I don't want to take a powder. Well, if you're not eating, that's the whole point of the product, is it's a tool when you can't get food. Listen, I run a supplement company and a nutrition platform, but let's be real, right? You still have to eat in order for supplements to work. They are a tool.
And I think another great topic we can get into after this is just what we're doing today.
Right.
And how we were scrambling to get some protein in.
That's right. I mean, we should exactly talk about the conversation that we had 20 minutes
ago. We'll do that next, but let's talk more about this guy. He's down 12 pounds in 2 weeks, eating more. How reluctant was he?
Extremely until this point where he called me literally yesterday, and this is why this is so great. He called me yesterday and he said, I put on a coat that I had to put on last year and it was tight and it's falling off of me. My jeans are falling off of me. My secretary noticed that. She's like, are you losing weight? And he's not working out. He's walking 30 minutes a night. That was all we had him do.
Minimal exercise, walking. And he's down, and he's...
Which I don't really consider exercise. Go for a walk. I mean, it's leisure, you know?
People oftentimes are like, oh, this isn't for me, I don't work out. You have a guy, my best friend lost 30 pounds not exercising, drinking.
Right.
It just... This is a big question. What allowed you to convince him to do it? Because so many people are like, I can't eat more, I need to eat less.
I said one thing to him and one thing only. I said, what you're doing right now, trying to eat salads for lunch and be healthy, is not working.
Yeah, what you're doing is not working.
What do you have to lose?
You're 300 pounds.
You're 300 pounds and you're eating salads. Clearly it's not working. What do you have to lose?
That's what I said to somebody this past week at a seminar. They were complaining that they weren't making progress. I said, she was 35. I said, well, what you've done for 35 years isn't working. Can you give me 30 days?
Right.
Give me 30 days. And like you said, he only had to give you 14.
Right.
And I bet you 7 days in, he knew this was working, and
Absolutely.
he would have stuck with it.
And he was really hesitant. So and I said to him, and I prescribed 2,800 calories off the bat, but at the end of the first week, he was so reluctant that we just had to go to 2,000 first. And then we went to 2,200.
Which is a good...
And then we went to 20.
That's eye-opening.
Right.
Maybe, we often know what you need.
Right.
but we need to be smart about making sure it's going to work for you.
Correct. So
how many, for the people watching that are like, that guy's unique, this girl's unique that Jay described, how many days, if they're like, hey, give us how many days to see a difference?
2 weeks.
So if you're watching this and you're reluctant, can you give us 14 days?
I think so. I think you can. It's not working what you're doing. All right, let's stop here.